Tim Albright with AVNation at InfoComm 2017 with Sean Watts from Atlas IED. How are you, sir?
Doing very well.
Good.
Day one.
Day one, dude.
Yes.
You guys have a nice booth.
Yes.
One thing I'm asking folks, and we'll get into some of the cool stuff that you're doing, but Atlas has a number of different companies, you know, MyPro and some other stuff like that. Why do you guys come here to exhibit? Why do you come to InfoComm?
Good question, Tim. You know, one of our largest areas in the company, we are, you know, MyTech Corporation. Yep. We have multiple divisions to us. On our commercial side of our business, it's actually been one of our large strengths. The reason we come to InfoComm each year is this is really our customer base. The majority of what we do is serving the contracting community.
Yep.
And it's, you know, been a staple for us for many years. Now InfoComm, you know, as we know, it's becoming more about integration of all these various technologies together. And that's where we've been putting a lot of our effort over the last years, is integrating audio. You're going to see here in just a minute, we're starting to integrate video and control and other technologies into a one single solution, you know, system.
Well, let's talk about that, because something that integrators, depending on your state and depending on legislation in your state, are starting to be presented with emergency notification and lockdown, and making sure that students, and not just students, but students as primary, are safe if an unfortunate event happens on campus.
Exactly.
The administrators and security and all these folks have to be able to make sure that there is communication happening all over the campus at the same time.
Exactly.
You guys have a new product called Safe.
Yes.
So talk about that for a second and how it's helping integrators meet that need.
So SAFE stands for Smart Alerts for Emergencies. Now, a lot of our heritage, particularly on our IED brand, has been in the airport world, where mass notification, life safety has been very critical. We've taken these technologies, which is a part of an ecosystem called GlobalComm IP, and we've added a new expansion pack to it that's called SAFE, Smart Alerts for Emergencies. And basically what this is that there's two different clients that are a part of the application. You have the server side, and then you have the desktop side. So in schools, as an example, there is a real demand to make sure that students are safe, that the staff, the faculty is safe. So what will happen is anywhere in the facility, a trigger can happen. So let's say the school needs to go into a lockdown mode. Something's happened. They can initiate a trigger, and what it will do is it'll acknowledge back to a command center that there's been some type of an emergency that's happened. That will then send out a GUI that will actually show all of the areas within the entire facility and require an acknowledgement back to each one of those zones.
So the people in the person responsible in that space, and most likely a teacher, right, or some sort of other administrator, has to say, yes, we're okay. Exactly.
So on the main control screen, you know, in each one of those classrooms, the teacher has to go, they have to acknowledge my area is safe, okay? Then when somebody is responding to the actual emergency, they can go and see which ones have not responded back. Then they know that's where they need to respond to first.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And how are you interrupt? Because how do you interrupt if a professor is showing a presentation, right, PowerPoint or whatever, the projector is on? How are you interrupting that? How are you getting that visual notification out to them?
So we have another application or new addition also to GlobalComm IP. It's called the GDS4W. It's actually what I'm showing you here in my hand. So what we're starting to build out is some hardware and software solutions that will take over control of what's going on in that individual classroom. So represented behind us is an actual example of a classroom display. So the minute that a trigger happens, it'll actually send a notification, and then that can also send back to that area, stop any presentation, anything that's going on, take control over that visual and audio system, and be able to play any announcements that need to happen. We're in an emergency lockdown scenario as an example. And then the nice thing about the platform that we're building, not only can it give you visual announcements and audio announcements, but it also can do active wayfinding. So it can tell you this is where you need to go to exit the premise, you know, during a lockdown mode.
So it's not just, hey, we're in trouble, hey, you might be in trouble, here's how to get out of here.
Exactly.
All right,
yes.
Very cool. This is important stuff, but you also have some fun stuff in the booth.
We do.
You have a 70-volt subwoofer.
Yes.
For those of you who are not audiophiles, that wasn't really possible. Here's the thing, 70 volt system is distributed audio, typically not what people would call high fidelity.
Yeah.
The dynamic range, in other words, the frequency response has not been overly robust, I guess is the best way to put this nicely. You have a 70 volt subwoofer.
That's right.
That sounds really good.
Yes.
How on earth did you do that?
Well, we're trying to bust some myths about 70 volt cannot sound good.
And you did.
We
Just
did.
for the record.
We did. So we've come out with what's called a Thunderformer. What the Thunderformer does is it gives you the capability of having very high power capability, well over 600 watts of power handling, and it also can go all the way down to 30 hertz. We're seeing more and more, particularly in amusement park, theme parks, and large distributed systems, where they want to have really high-end sound, premium sound in their facility. So now you can be able to use, we're all seeing these very high-powered 100 volt, 70 volt amplifiers that are out there. Now with this Thunderformer, you can be able to convert a traditional subwoofer or be able to have it integrated into a subwoofer and be able to run it at 70 volt or 100 volt for distribution.
And when is those available?
The Thunderformer is going to be available within the next 45 days.
All right, excellent.
Yeah.
Last but not least, you guys are, my experience with you guys and my experience with integrators who you do, you help integrators sell your product and solve problems.
Yes.
One of the really cool things that you're showing here is a demo unit.
Yes. That
you can send out to integrators who can then take it in, or you guys bring it in and do a demonstration of your speakers inside somebody's classroom or inside somebody's auditorium. How do they explain the demo unit and then how they get a hold of it?
I'm very proud about that. So that was something that when I came on board, I really wanted to see us passionately create. So John and I talked a lot about this, and the way that it works is that all of our regional sales management, all of our representatives have these demo kits. They come fully self-contained, all the cables, all the cases, you wheel it in, and in 15 minutes, you plug all your stuff in, you have a video display, and the actual video will run the audio, fully automated. So it'll go through all the product overview.
And automated with your DSP.
With our DSP, and switch all the speakers with narration. Yeah.
That's pretty slick. So how, if I'm an integrator, and I want to get a hold of it, do I call my local sales rep? Do I call you? Who do I get a hold of?
Yeah, you can reach our local sales representative. We also have on our website at atlasIED.com. We actually show our roadshow calendar when the demo kits are going through the territories anywhere in North America. So yeah, please be sure to go to our website, look at our calendar of events, and when our demo kits are going to be rolling through your territory.
Excellent. Well, Sean, if somebody's here at InfoComm, how do they find you? And if they're not, how do they get a hold of you on the web?
So we spent a lot of time putting a lot of effort into our website, AtlasIED.com. A lot of multimedia information that's there.
Trainings.
Even on our home page now, we have the contact section that we've added to it. One of the big investments we've made here at Atlas IED, as we're really trying to promote system solutions, people need help. What do I use this product? How does it work? What is this features? Whatever. We have full integrated staff members, a nice team of people that's all they do. They answer phone calls.
Nice.
They help our customers with their design assistance. So we have a very nice team of individuals that are there to help you out.
Excellent. And so AtlasIED.com is the best place?
AtlasIED.com.
All right, very good. Sean, I appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tim.
All right.
Really appreciate it.
Sean from Atlas IED. My name is Tim Albright. If you want to find us, you can find us at AVNation.tv.